Entara Tostar, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kylaris, and today I'm going to be looking at a best of 3 between RAZERiNSo and mouzMorroW, one of the king prime zergs of Europe as of late. And just before going into this, I would like to say that my condolences and grievances do go out to Japan as of late. If you've been keeping up with the news and if you've been seeing the images coming out of Japan, I'm pretty sure a lot of our thoughts are with the people of Japan in general. So yeah, here's hoping that everything gets sorted out there pretty soon, because it's just insane. So anyway, back to this game. We do have RAZERiNSo here, spawning as the blue Protoss on Scrap Station against mouzMorroW, spawning as the red Zerg. And this is a best of 3, I believe. I'm not unsure as to whether it's from IC Cup or something like that, as one of the maps is IC Cup. But as we can see here, we're going to have RAZERiNSo going to be gearing up to take that fast expansion pretty soon. This is pretty much a tell of that kind of tactic going on Scrap Station. And I always have quite a bit of a problem against Zerg on Scrap Station. It's really not my favourite of maps against them, although that being said, if they end up going for that fast hatchery, you can sometimes catch them out with a forge and cannon the mineral lines, but you'll have to see. RAZERiNSo here, going to be stealing some minerals, preventing a little bit of mining there from mouzMorroW, but I'm actually quite surprised that he let that finish, collecting the minerals. You can actually stop mining for quite a while. Oh, and is he going to get a probe kill? No, he doesn't get a probe kill. That was so close there. And mouzMorroW now going to be throwing down that spawning pool as well as that gas, and just going to be playing very, very standard. And INSO indeed going for a forge expand. So mouzMorroW seeing this, I imagine he's going to be going for a more aggressive stance, as whenever I play Zerg at least, and I try a forge fast expand, they always go ridiculously aggressive and seem to crush through it. So regardless, we do see that Mara is scouting down here and is going to see the placement of that expansion going down anytime soon. No gas here or gateways or anything yet for INSO. So INSO's quite happy to throw down that expansion, and I'm really interested to see how mouzMorroW is going to respond to this, as he could in fact respond in a very aggressive way if he does so choose. So he is getting that speed, and that expansion has just gone down for INSO, as said before, and now he really needs to kind of bolster the front of his base, otherwise he's going to be in a bad spot. He is throwing down a photon cannon and the gateway, but we do have 4 Zerglings on the way as well as a queen, so if mouzMorroW chooses, he hasn't expanded just yet, so it looks like he is going to make a more aggressive stance, although this drone is coming out here, which is obviously a tell of an actual expansion. So at this point, mouzMorroW does have one or two choices. He could... there we go. You see, I knew this. I was about to say this. I was about to say it. He was going to fake the expansion and throw down a Roach Warren and be ridiculous. I haven't seen this replay. I'm so good. Yeah. Okay, that was a bit of an overreaction to that. But I knew... Oh, I hate it when Zerg does this. He's going to be throwing down that Roach Warren and trying to bust down this wall pretty quickly, and this is something that Zerg can do, which is just so strong against this Forge Expand build, which is why I really don't use this Forge Expand build at all in my gameplay. Nice little choke there, cutting off there, so you can just put a Zealot there in order to be able to funnel things through. But these cannons are not going to fare too well at all against this imminent Roach push, which is going to be coming. He needs to scout this out, but he's not going to be able to, being denied by those Zerglings. So now INSO really in a bad spot. He thinks he does have an economic advantage, as he also thought that this expansion was going down since the drone was taking that route, but ultimately he's going to soon meet the match of these roaches, and they are going to do so much damage here. So INSO still oblivious to this incoming impending doom. He does see these 2 Zerglings down here. No, he doesn't actually, because that isn't warped in just yet. Once that warps in, he will see those 2 Zerglings, but that's not too big a deal. His big threat right now is these roaches coming, and even just more roaches being pumped by mouzMorroW here. Fantastic play by mouzMorroW, tricking out the Protoss into thinking that there is no incoming units just yet, thinking that he was going to throw that expansion down, but now coming in with these roaches. And mouzMorroW really showing just how aggressive a Zerg can be, especially when the opponent does go for this kind of build. He's still, as yet, I'm uncertain as to whether he's actually revealed these roaches, and I really would like to look. RAZERiNSo can see these roaches indeed, so he's just going to be building some cannons up here. He realises that this expansion, it's too late to defend this, and is going to be falling back. He is producing a Stargate as well as 2 more gateways right at the back of his base, so he's going to try and hold this off for as long as possible at the front, and then try and get a Void Ray out to try and push this back. But even one Void Ray at this point wouldn't be that much use, and I'm getting some weird lag spikes, so I'll just have to deal with it for now. And these cannons are going to be trying to pick away at this, but it's just not enough. mouzMorroW has so many units here, and he's even expanding behind this, so this is looking really bad for RAZERiNSo at this point. And he is warping in a few more sentries here in order to try and block off this for as long as he can. I'm surprised he isn't getting that Void Ray out, but he doesn't have the gas. He did spend quite a lot of gas on those sentries there, so even if he didn't have the gas or whatever, he still wouldn't be able to hold it, and indeed he doesn't. So now this is going to be pretty much game for RAZERiNSo here. mouzMorroW using really good trick tactics to a certain degree, and just pressuring when he knew he could indeed pressure. So I'm just waiting for a GG pretty much at this point. He is boosting out a Void Ray, but he's supply locked, so this isn't going to do much at all. mouzMorroW here just going to be pushing in and killing all this off. So that looks like it's going to be 1-0 tomorrow. Let's see what happens in game 2 when we're back with, on I believe, ICC Cup Pawn Re with these two great players.